What's up everybody? This is just going to be a quick update for Bitcoin on Easter Monday. Now, many of you might know already that Easter is a holiday, so the banks are on holiday in the United States today. So I actually recommend just staying away from the markets, at least for today. Tomorrow things are going to settle down and you're going to get much better entries and you're going to get much better volume. So we're going to start firstly with a longer term macro analysis on Bitcoin, and then we're going to dive into a shorter term analysis for Bitcoin. So let's kick it off with the macro. So to kick things off, I've repeated this many times now, but over here you've got the level 1, you've got the level 2, that's 3, that's the 2, and currently you have reset back into the level 1. So macro wise, you are still looking very bullish, in the sense that I'm not expecting us to go much lower than the high 30Ks or maybe mid 30Ks. Now previously I did mention that I was expecting this block right here at about 40,000 ish to be very strong support, but as you can see, that was violated pretty quickly. So now we have to reevaluate, what's going on. So in order to find that out, we have to go back to the 4 hourly and identify that perhaps this right here, let me just turn on drawing mode. This right here is a level 1. That's maybe the level 2, 3, 2, and you fully reset like this. So with that in mind, this block right here should hold as really good support. Have I changed my mind about that? Yes and no. So firstly, we could just be in, back then I mentioned that after breaking that block right there, we would just be going back into an extended reaccumulation on the 4 hourly, which is exactly, what we're doing right now. So I expect us to stay here for a while, maybe a week or two before, ultimately moving back up. So that is my view on the level 1, 2, 3 formation. Back then I was thinking that we would go to 50K, 52K by the end of April. My target for March was actually 50K and we hit 48K. So now I don't think we're going to hit 52K by the end of April unless, you break out of this accumulation real quick. Now, if you take a look at a, just a heat map, you can see that the first levels of true support, at least based on the heat map, is definitely coming in at about 38K. And then we have to zoom in to identify what is at 38K. And you can see that you have a previous swing low over there. And in fact, you have 1, 2, 3 swing lows in very close proximity to 38K. So there is a very good chance, because there is such a huge amount of liquidity under these 3 lows, these 4 lows actually, that you might just wick down below here to 37K or 36,500K before taking a straight reversal. Right? That is the ideal situation that I'm looking for, which you can see is, I have an entry somewhere about there, could be a little bit low, but I'm definitely going to start scaling in once we hit, once we take out one of these lows. So 37.5, I'm definitely going to start scaling in. And I expect a swift reversal, right? Something like this. And if you appreciate content like this, I want you to smash the like button. It's a small gesture, but it really helps out the YouTube algorithm. I would greatly appreciate it. So that's my just a shorter term take on Bitcoin. And now we get into the longer term take, which is, we're still bullish, right? Setting aside level 1, 2, 3, if say I just bring up the Gaussian channel, you are just starting to switch to green after an extended period of time being in the red. So as you can see, if I bring up the 5 SMA, you can see that the white line, which is a 50-day SMA, is just about crossing a golden cross on the 100-day SMA. So that's a bullish sign if you ask me. And now if I bring up the VPVR, we can take a closer look at just exactly where we are. And as you can see, we are just dipping into a high volume node. Notice how much volume support you have at this node right here, which means this entire block we are at right now, from basically 40K to the mid 35Ks, is really strong support. Does that mean that you're going to bounce from here? Not saying that, but I do mean that this block is sort of like an accumulation zone. And it just so happens that if you take a look on the daily, this is the accumulation zone, right? So if I just draw this out like that, then you can see that this entire blue block is the accumulation zone. And just so happens that you have a micro sort of range high over there and you have a micro sort of range low over there. So sometimes trading can be really, really simple. You do not overcomplicate it. If the price returns back to a range low, which is right at about my target, then you buy and you target the range high and you target to break out of the range high. So hopefully that makes sense. Now, I usually do not use the Stochastic Rsi, but for the purpose of this video, I just saw somebody on Twitter post about this, so just thought I would mention it. So notice how we have been forming consistently every month higher lows. So that's a low, 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 low. So every month we have been consistently forming higher lows. At the same time, the Stochastic Rsi is forming a lower low. This is called a hidden bullish divergence. So are things looking bullish on a higher time frame? I would think so. Based on this, and of course there is a bunch of other confluence factors that I've shared. And of course, if we're going to take a look at the RSI, we might as well take a look at the Bollinger Bands. And as you can see, we are sort of finding support at the middle band right now, as we have been trying to find support on the middle band for quite some time now. And are things looking good? I would say so, yes. So just sharing something with you guys, this post is by this guy called TechDev on Twitter. And I highly encourage you guys to read this post because it really dives into, it's sort of just like a macro view of how the markets are performing at the moment and what should you expect next. I'm going to link this tweet on the bottom of, in the description box below. And while you're at there, follow me on Twitter at _theartofcrypto. That is where I'm posting market updates and so on. I highly encourage you guys to read this tweet. And while you're at it, check out the private Discord group. This is where you guys are going to get, the latest market updates from the analysts, as well as just trade ideas. And, you're going to follow along with your trades, new trading courses on the way out. And, we're making money every single day. So you're probably going to make your money back real quick. And as a bonus, you're going to get access to everything that I'm sharing in the Discord group as well. So check it out. Link will be in the description box below. And if you want to figure out a swing trading strategy that can grow your account by 50 to 100% every month consistently, then I want you to check out that video over there. For now, may the gains be with you. Trade safe. Bye bye.